Thanks for watching Jabscotech.com. I'm Jeff Lander.
And I'm Mike Irving.
And today we're going to show you how to reorient the discharge port on an 18590 series macerator pump.
Let's get started. Okay, here we have an 18590 macerator. We're going to go ahead and take it apart, reorientate this discharge. Now, we've actually gone ahead and loosened up some screws to make it a little bit quicker, to make it a little bit easier for us. 3/8 inch nut driver. I'm going to go ahead and take off the acorn nuts and the fiber washers. Now there's going to be 4 of these. We've already taken 2 off. Make sure you hold on to the acorn nuts and the fiber washers. Come to the chopper blade. 7/16 nut driver. End comes off. You might need to get a friend in here to undo this, but like I said, we pre-loosened it. Now you notice that on this unit, I'm not wearing gloves because of the fact that it is a brand new macerator. So there's nothing to kind of worry about when it comes to biological issues. Now, in most cases when these are brand new, these paper gaskets are going to be pressed against the wear plate. In this case, we've taken this apart quite a few times for the video. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide this off. If you want to go 180, just rotate the unit, slide it right back on. Now sometimes you're going to have to adjust the shaft for the pump because there is a D on it that needs to line up with the impeller. If that doesn't work for you, slide everything right off and line up that impeller. So the D is close to me. Goes on, bend the vanes, they go right on. So now, one quick note is when you do this, see how there's a thin side and a thick side on the plastic? Well, there's a thin side and thick side on the paper gaskets. Let's go right on. We're going to do paper gasket, metal wear plate, paper gasket. See the flat on the shaft? Right there. So flat on the chopper blade. Goes right over it. Now as a quick note, on this nut that goes over the chopper blade, there's a triangle imprint on one side and there's a regular thread on the other side. Triangular imprint goes on the outside. Those are the locking tabs on the nut. Let's go down. We've got our 7/16 on one side, a flat screwdriver on the back side. Go ahead and tighten them up. Grab your friend to hold that screwdriver. Now, here's a note. See this channel right here? There's a channel on the inside of this housing. Those 2 channels mate up because that's where the waste passes through the macerating chamber to the impeller chamber. You put your fiber washers on. Put your acorn nuts on. And there's a 180-degree rotation of the discharge port. Okay, so what we just showed you was a 180-degree transition. Now we're going to do a 90-degree transition. It's a little bit more involved because you have to remove the studs from the body and reorientate them. So now with the 3/8 inch nut driver, we'll take off the acorn nuts again. And again, there's 4. We've removed some of them just to make it quicker, so you don't have to watch me undo them all. Those go in a safe place. The little bumper comes off the back. flat screwdriver on the tail end, 7/16 nut driver. Now it's going to be on tight, so now the paper gasket can come off, dropper blade, wear plate, paper gasket. Now, the impeller body, that's going to slide right out. So, if you look at the inside of the underside of the motor, what you'll see is 2 threaded holes for the bronze studs, and then 2 more on the opposite side. This is where a pair of locking pliers are going to come into play. Go ahead and grip those. And back the stud right out. Come out pretty good. Let's just finish this one off. Tighten up that one just a little bit more. Crank this out. Needs a little bit more assistance. Those come out, and then you move these to over here. And when you go to put these in, I typically recommend just a little bit of a thread lock right here. Thread lock red usually does the job. Go ahead and tighten this down. Now, I would probably go in so there's probably about 5 or 6 threads exposed right about here. When you put the acorn nuts on the outside, it'll tighten them down even further. Right now, we just want to hold them in place. So we've reorientated the studs. Now we'll go ahead and, if you want to go vertical, 2 studs go in. Now what's going to happen is it's going to press the impeller out because of that little D-ring. So we're going to reorientate the impeller so that the D is now lined up on the shaft. Bend a couple of vanes over and pops it right in. Now, again, small side, big side, paper gasket has a small size side and a big side. Goes over like that. Small side, big side. Paper gasket. Small side, big side. Goes right over. D. It'll knock out on the chopper blade. The nut with the triangle facing out. Seven sixteenths and a flat screwdriver. We'll go ahead and crank that down. Make sure everything lines up. And give it a good turn. Sometimes you might need a little friend to step in and give you a hand. Now, see that channel? There's that channel again on the macerator housing. Make sure those 2 line up. So that's on the top left. Another way to check it is this little bump here. Make sure the bump on the macerator housing lines up with the bump on the impeller housing. Back here again. Fiber washer. Acorn nut, fiber washer, acorn nut. Three-eighths nut driver. Tightens it right down for you. Follow up with the other two units, the other two studs. Tighten those right down, and now you have a vertical discharge macerator.
So there you have it. We just showed you how to reorient the discharge port either 90 or 180 degrees on our 18590 series macerator pump.
It's probably about a half hour, 45 minutes, and it's fairly straightforward, pretty easy. Just follow the video.
Thanks for watching Jabscotech.com. I'm Jeff Lander.
And I'm Mike Irving.
Stay tuned for more tips and technical videos coming soon.